The Grand Slam track situation is, I guess we can say it's over. Or at the very least, it's over for right now and for the foreseeable future. So this is one of those totally off-the-cuff videos. I'm at the park with my sons. They are, running around playing. But I came to conclude that you deserve to know what happened. And yeah, let's just talk about it. So I've already shared a little bit on this channel. Grand Slam track has had so many money issues. And, as much as, two things can be true, great track meets, entertaining, something for the American audience, so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, they've struggled to pay people. So, Front Office Sports put out an article. There's a whole bunch of other ones that are already hitting the airways. And they all say the same thing, which is the Grand Slam track is effectively filing for bankruptcy. Now, there's different language that you might see about what's actually happening. But at the end of the day, it's bankruptcy. That's what it is. And this was really triggered because they came to a point where they weren't able to raise enough money. I think it's like $10 million they would have needed to satisfy all their debts that were remaining, like all the money that was owed to different people. And because they couldn't pay it all off, they tried to offer, 50 cents on the dollar. But World Athletics specifically, as well as a few others, were like, nah, we ain't taking it. We don't want 50 cents on the dollar. Either you give us all or nothing. So that basically shut down Grand Slam track. So we first have to just move over because Michael Johnson had a big vision. I remember watching the Citius Mag, the press conference. It was him. I remember Carl Lewis. I remember them announcing Sidney McLaughlin-Lavroni. I remember all of this over a year ago now. And I remember kind of like, okay, is this going to work? And, what is this going to be? And is this going to be like the future of track? Okay, fine. Like, how long does it take us to get there? I remember the speculation. By this time last year, we were on the finish line, myself and Anderson Emerald at the final leg. And we were just kind of playing through like, what would it look like for this thing to thrive and who needs to be there and so on. And yeah, a lot of stuff happened. And a lot of people didn't show up. A lot of people did, but a lot of people didn't. And above all else, as a commercial product, it did not give investors enough confidence to, put down. And I think everybody kind of saw that part. So now that's the part we all know. Now the Grand Slam track is over. I don't think we're ever going to see this thing come back certainly not like this. I said this before, but I'm saying it now. Like, Grand Slam track is dead. I think that's safe to say. So what is the future for pro track? And I think now we're at a point where we have to have the quiet part out loud that most of the problems that we're addressing are really an American problem. That's when we talk about pro track and the issues. It's an American problem because we have way too many athletes who can't all represent Team USA. And if being a pro is really going to come down to, can you get to wear the red, white, and blue and come back with medals? There can only be 3 medals. We're just going to lose a lot of talent. It is what it is. You have, everyone from, it's not even just the sprinters, like Eric Holt was a distance runner who he was, talking about. He just with Puma now, whatever that means. I don't know what that contract is, but I'm assuming it's not terribly lucrative. And he was saying how he loses money in the sport. Like, that's just what it was. He was running incredibly well, about a year ago. Did not make Team USA to represent the red, white, and blue in the mile, but, he was going out there doing his thing. Then you have all these other athletes like the Kobe Hilton, who had an amazing, indoor career thus far, finally made Team USA to go to World Indoor, did not get a medal, but, he just signed, some type of deal with a small company internationally. Again, no idea how lucrative it is, but he's worked many years to get to this point. Like, this is what we're dealing with when it comes to the sport. You have so many athletes, like, yes, Star Athletics, they're putting out their training videos, shout out to them. But those are the people who are way more secure if you're running with Star Athletics, or even if you're training with Noah Lyles' group, you're probably way more stable. And I say stable, how you're going to pay your bills and, eat dinner based off of whatever contract structure you have set up. And that's not even everybody. Like, not even everybody in their training group may have, what other people have in terms of, the millions of dollars or the big endorsement deals and so on and so forth. But if you're new here, I want to say thank you for even making it this far into the video. And I'm Coach Rob. And if you really want to know what's going on with the fastest athletes in the world, then you are in the right place. And if anything that I say actually connects with you, it is always greatly appreciated if you would please like and subscribe. But if I don't, just let me know in the comment section because I try to read them all. The total amount of talent, like USA 100 this year, we had 2 unattached athletes in the finals. It's just, hey, no shade, just being honest. Those men don't have contracts. Those men are just trying to figure out how to, they're doing other things. They have regular jobs. And while they're doing it, they are good enough to make the USA final. And, even if you win a Milrose or something like that, like whether you're, a Dylan Beard, again, I'm focusing primarily on the men. We could do this with the women's side as well. But I just know this entirely off head. Like, there are so many athletes who need a vehicle. They need a viable place for them to compete. And I'm at a point where I think Grand Slam track has still taught us something. Because the idea of 4 slams, like four times on the calendar, where we can look forward to seeing the fastest athletes go out there and compete, or at least seeing people compete for something that matters, I think that's the energy we need to keep at this time. Because USATF's tour, with their Grand Prix dates, because they have a whole bunch of stuff that's on there that's just pre-existing meets. But if you ask me, I think the Grand Prix dates, that should probably be like almost like their own version of a slam. Like, if nothing else, like, I'm at a point where USATF should do some type of competitive, professionalized thing. Since we don't want to rock the boat or do anything brand new, hey, I got a whole bunch of ideas and a whole bunch of things that I would love to see happen. But in the current world we're living in, is it too much to ask for USATF to like have multiple meets that add up to something where if you win their USATF tour, that's 1 spot for Team USA? I mean, provided you have the standards. I think that's the bare minimum that we should be asking for. Because if you tell people it's a shot to go to the Worlds from Team USA or representing, a lot of people will come now to run in that tour. They don't even have to run in every tour meet. Put a final, like a final is where, we give that 1 spot out, you do the other ones at USA's, and then just you have to run the rest of the tour to like qualify your way in. Make it like a mini Diamond League, or again, take some version of like the idea of 4 dates on the calendar. Going into 2026, I really don't know what meets to look forward to. Grand Slam track was supposed to be what I was looking forward to. It was supposed to be, but that was then. This is now. It ain't coming back. It ain't coming back in 2026. I don't think we're ever going to see it. And I mean, it's disappointing. And, I wish the best to, all of those who, were laid off, all of those who, worked with Grand Slam track to see the vision come forward. I tried to do my part. I know many others who have. And we're still waiting for something new. Yes, Atlas is going to happen. And I think if it has any level of success with the women, we'll see something else for the men in the future, whether it's from them or somebody else. But to be clear, we're starting negotiations where nobody wants to invest in track. I mean, I'm going to say the quiet part out loud. I know enough about the dealings in the back rooms. Nobody, no television partner, no streamer, nobody actually wants to invest. And we've done it to ourselves. We need to redefine what the sport is so that people can appreciate it. Because we don't provide enough entertainment, as far as I'm concerned, in order to really sustain high value in, a live sporting format. And then when you start breaking the races up and giving them out, like the races lose value when they don't add up to something. That's why the Olympics still works. It's why the USA's works to a way lesser degree, but when it's the Olympic trials, that thing still works because it leads to the Olympics. People like to watch track when they feel like they understand it. That means real stakes. We lose that just about every other moment. So for now, Grand Slam track, I think we can close the book on this. If I bring them up from this point on, it's likely going to be more as a historical note than, anything that's active. Just being real about it, it's very disappointing. And, I think there was a chance for this thing to really grow. But hey, at the end of the day, you got to be able to balance a checkbook. And from what I can tell, Grand Slam track really struggled in that department. And now they're filing for bankruptcy. So, hey, it is what it is. In the sport of track and field, race day is honestly the easy part. Because all of the real work gets put in when nobody is watching. When you wear Every Day is Training Day gear, you can let the whole world know that your success in competition is not an accident. Order yours at scarecruiting.com/shop or use the link in the description below. And it always comes with free shipping. It's a huge support to me and this channel, so I can continue to make you more content like this. And remember, it is always greatly appreciated if you would please like and subscribe.